Hi all, this is Hani. Welcome back to our channel Code with Hani. Today we are going to solve September Day 2 LeetCode challenge, which is find the number of ways to place people. So they will be giving us a 2D array points of size n cross 2 representing the integer coordinates of some points on a 2D plane. So points of I will have x of I and y of I. So we have to count the number of pairs of points A and B where A is on the upper left of side B and there are no points in the rectangle they make including the border. Okay, we have to return the count. So if you see this points for the first example, so all the points were on the upper right, not upper left. So here they have given in the second example, for this 6 comma 2 4 comma 4 is on the upper left and 2 comma 6 on the upper left. But when you see 2 comma 6 and 6 comma 2, 4 comma 4 is inside the rectangle, so you can't take it. So only 2 is the answer. So here if you see 3 comma 1, okay, and 1 comma 1 forms, and 1 comma 3 and 1 comma 1 again forms another rectangle, but not 1 comma 3 and 3 comma 1, because 1 comma 1 lies on the border. So yeah, let's take a look how what approach we are going to use to solve this question. So I have taken the same example which we have discussed while explaining the question. So now this is the first example. So how you can describe a point A and B. Point B is lies on the upper left of the point B. So upper left means for example, you take any point. This point if you take, so upper left it should be. So thus x coordinate should get decreased and the y coordinate of point B should be increased. For example, here if you take 1 comma 3 or 1 comma 4 or 1 comma 5 or 0 comma 5, whatever it is, that is on the upper left of the point 2. So which means x got decreased, right? So that then only left means your x coordinate will get decreased and our y coordinate will get increased for that point. So which means we know, okay, that point is on upper left for the corresponding point B. Or if you take this as a point A, then you can check the same point A and this is a point B as well. How you can check? Okay, now this point A should be on the upper left means the same the point B. What we will be writing here, that point A of 0 should be less than or equals to point B of 0, right? This is the point B and this is the point A. Okay, so point A of 0 should be less than or equals to point B of 0. And what else? And point A of 1, as we discussed, it should get increased, right? Okay, greater than or equals to point B of 1. So which means we know, okay, this point is on the upper left of this point. The same way we can do. So now you find out, okay, this point and this point is on upper. How will we know that some point is not lying in between? So for that I have taken this example. Now when you have taken 4 comma 4 and 6 comma 2, now we know, okay, this is on the upper left. 4 comma 4 and 2 comma 6 also, 2 comma 6 lies on the upper left of 4 comma 4, but 2 comma 6 also lies on the upper left of 6 comma 2, right? But in between we have 4 comma 4. How will you know? Now this will be our point A and this will be our point B. Now we have taken this as a point A and this as a point B. Now if you how will you figure it out? Some point lies in between. Now we easily know, okay, if this is a point A, So now we will be checking this point A of this. Let's have this as a point C, or any number of points can lie in between, doesn't matter. So now we have to check with all other points other than the point A and point B. All the other points will be the our point C. We'll have to consider all the other points, and we have to verify that does not lies inside the rectangle of this point A and point B. If it lies, then that is not, that will not taken into the count. So now if you see 4, 4, if point C, okay, if point C of 0 is greater than or equals to point A of 0 and point C of 0 is lesser than or equals to point B of 0, which means is x inside. Okay, now we got, okay, now x is inside. So here if you see 2 is 4 is greater than or equals to and less than or equals to. Okay, if it is lies here or here, whatever it is. Okay, now x is inside. Now we'll be checking is y also inside. So which means what point C of 1 is less than or equals to point A of 1 and point C of 1 is greater than or equals to point C of 2. Sorry, point B of 1, which means now point B of 1 on the upper side, what we will be doing? Point B will be increasing, right? So point C of 1 is greater than or equals to point A of 1 and lesser than or equals to point B of 1, which means okay, somewhere near. So if for example why we are checking both is x inside or y inside, maybe sometimes what might happen. Now let's have a point as 4, 7, which is a point C. Now if you see 2 is this is the point C. Now it will is x inside since it's a 4, okay, which is less than or equals to point B of 0, okay, and greater than or equals to point A of C. Okay, but it is not lying inside the rectangle because point C lies outside, because y is not coming inside. So only x is inside and y is not inside. So that's why we are checking if x and y both is inside, then which means no, you can't further consider. Already this point has, this 2 points already has one rectangle inside. Sorry, 1 point inside. So which means this can't be a valid pair. So now you can just break the loop if that's the case. If not, you can count, you can add it to the count. So yeah, this is how this is the exact approach that we are going to use to solve this question. So basically point A will be one loop, point B will be one loop, point C will be one loop. So yeah, point A and point B should not be the same, and K should this will be I, this will be J loop, this will be the K loop. So 3 should not be the same. Other than that, you don't need to check any other condition. For sure, if the same for the point B, for point A, if this is upper to this point, even if the same comes this as a point A and this as a point B, B is not upper to A. What I'm trying to say is, so if we are running through 3 loops, that might be the case we will be coming 6, 2 and 4, 4, okay, which is point A and point B. So basically what we are checking. So this is a point A, and if this is a point A and this is point B, if it comes only A is upper to B. Okay. If this is point A and this is point B, if it comes, this A is not upper to B. So in that case, it will this A is not upper to B, right? Because A is below. This A is below. So only one. If you interchange the points itself, we won't get the same. So we don't need to handle that case to avoid the same points again and again. That is only one possibility. So when this is upper and this is lower only, you will get that into account. So when the points are interchanging, this is, if you are taking this as a A and this as a B, so this A is not upper to this point. So that in that case, it will, based on our conditions, it will automatically skip. So we don't need to handle it separately. Okay, approach that we have used to solve this question, we'll be running 3 loops. Okay, so first loop is to get the point A, second loop is to point B, as we mentioned. So I should not be equal to J, so we'll be getting 2 different points, right? So the same point A of 0 should be, this is the A and this is should be B. Okay, always. Okay, point of A of 0 should be less than point of B of 0, and point of A of 1 should be greater than B of 1. If not, then you don't need this. This is not in upper left. Okay, the same way, if you when this comes as a point A and this comes as a point B, point A of 6 is less than or equals to 4. No. So when the points is, the A point should be always upper left, then only it will further continue. That's why I have mentioned when this A and B is interchanging, it will automatically doesn't satisfy this question. Doesn't satisfy the condition, so you don't need to handle that separately. So when only n equals to 2, there is no other points, but it satisfies the condition. Okay, then you can just add a count plus or equals to 1, because there is no other points and lies in the 2D plane to verify whether that falls in between these 2 points. Okay, if not, then you can straight away add count plus or equals to 1, continue, the loop will get terminated and you will return the count. Okay, or if not, you will be checking is present inside. Okay, then you will be having the k in range here, and thus it should not, k should not be equals to I or j. Then we will be checking whether is x present inside or is y present inside. If both are present, then you are setting this boolean to true and break. If not, is present inside only, we are adding the count. So yeah, for example, instead of 4,4, if you would have got 4,7 as a point, now nothing would have present inside and we would have incremented the count to 1. Yeah, I hope this makes sense to you guys. Now let's take a look at the time complexity and space complexity. Now we are running order of n, 3 loops we are running, right? So order of n cube, that is the time complexity. And space complexity, we are not using much other than 2-3 variables, so will be order of 1. Yeah, that's it. If you have any questions or concerns, please do leave a comment. I'll be happy to hear the feedback. So I'll be providing solution in all the languages in GitHub. If you still have any questions or concerns, you can go and check it out and debug it on your own to have a better clarity. If you like my video, please do like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Yep. Thanks for watching.